back, 2 or 3 back, and had a second here in one of the legs of the Mark Austin, and now facing much easier in this spot. And Dan Clements had a couple choices, and he opted to the 2 here, Dear Birdie. And then, you know what, even the other 2 are worth a look here. You've got Fine Credit. Garrett Rooney had the choice between 4 to 3 and went to the 4, Fine Credit. And now's a decent fifth. Last 7, 15 out of 1, gets much tougher company. So I think Fine Credit could maybe get a piece of the action in here in the 5, Spare Time Surg. Another one facing much easier in this spot, and definitely not out of the equation in this race. So I went to the 1 here hoping for some value, but it's still a pretty wide open event for a 5-horse field. Good luck with your selections. Here was the rundown from race 2. Top down, 3, 1, 6, 5, 4, 2. Here they come for race number 3, the JMHI Insurance Pace, led by the 1, Iconic Seals owned by Brad Wilson. Burt Moore training. Andy Moore at the lines. The 2 is Dear Birdie to be Dan Clements on board for Catherine and Darcy McClure. Darcy training. Crazily the 3 was Scott Ray and the sulky for Rick Wade. Linda Grummett. Rick does the conditioning. The 4 is Fine Credit with Garrett Rooney on for Heather and Letitia Sawyer along with Ken Albrecht. Heather does the training. Rounding out the field is the 5, Spare Time Serg. Gets Damian McClellan on for Tom Bain, Vince Lombardi, Chris Menina. Tom does the training. There you go, field of 5, featuring Win Play Show, Exactor Try Wagering. Two-minute warning. Just 2 minutes left to wager. Favorite status remaining on 4. Fine Credit. He gets some class relief here today, and that 5th wasn't that bad last time at 59-1. And his speed shows that he can compete with this group and gets Garrett Rooney and the sulky once again. And get Garrett on board, that certainly never hurts. And a 5-2-1 iconic Sealster. Myself, Robert, we're going to the 1. Trey Colback, he's going to the 3. Crazily. Larry's on board the 4. Fine Credit. And Sherry went to the 2. Dear Birdie. And definitely some value on the board. 13-1 on Spare Time Cirque. He's another one that gets some big class relief here today. Just has post 5 to work with, but he's definitely not out of place in this race. Fine Credit continues to be the favorite. Just over a minute to post. We've got Liz Knight. She's tuned in from Netherlands on her vacation and tuned in to watch their mare, Southern Memory. She raced a strong second in race number 2, so we hope Liz is having a great time on her vacation, and she's tuned in from the Netherlands. So just under a minute, little time remains. Starting car getting set to move into position. Starting car in position. Iconic Sealster, Dear Birdie, Crazily, Fine Credit, Spare Time Serg is furthest out. Top of the stretch. All set for a start. They're off and pacing. Iconic Sealster showing some speed to the inside. Dear Birdie and Crazily. Those the first 3 as they work to the first turn. Iconic Sealster, Crazily not content and looks to drive on to lead from 3rd, Dear Birdie. And 4th is Fine Credit. Hoorah looks over to the Razor and says, take a seat. Now as they go to the backstretch for the first time, it's Iconic Sealster. Crazily looks to drop into the pocket now. From 3rd is Dear Birdie, followed by Fine Credit and Spare Time Serg. Now as they work to the opening quarter, they're in 29-2 for your pace setter. Iconic Sealster on the return. Crazily settled into 2nd. Traveling out of 3rd is Dear Birdie. Your back markers are Fine Credit and Spare Time Serg. As the field of 5 comes in front of us in single file, all chasing the Iconic Sealster and Andy Moore trying to go all the way. Second best, Crazily underway now. Here comes Fine Credit for Garrett Rooney with some pace in the tank. Spare Time Serg picks up the cover, and Dear Birdie saves ground in 5th now as they work past the half in 101-1. The one to take down is Iconic Sealster right on the wheel of the leader, continuing to press along is Fine Credit with something to say. Crazily and Spare Time Serg gets a little closer out of 4th. 5th best to the inside is Dear Birdie. They're stride for stride now as they work down the backstretch. Iconic Sealster trying to turn away Fine Credit, and is successful so far. Crazily and Spare Time Serg hangs around for 4th. 3/4 bound, 131-1, 30 seconds. In the 3rd panel, Iconic Sealster. Crazily is crying out for racetrack. 3rd on the outside is Fine Credit as they come for home. Iconic Sealster continues to find more. Fine Credit 3 wide on the outside. Spare Time Serg is charging up on the outside. Fine Credit as they come to the wire. Fine Credit wins it. Tight for 2nd, Dear Birdie or Iconic Sealster. Fine Credit gets there. Time of the mile, 2:01 flat. Unofficial, 4:1:25. Returning down in front, Fine Credit. 5-year-old Brown Gelding by Up the Credit from the mare Fine Life. At a Life Sign by Heather and Letitia Sawyer along with Ken Albrecht. Heather training. Garrett Rooney on for the winning drive. Fine Credit gets his first on the season, stopping the clock in 2:01 flat. Congratulations.
Cupcakes.
Prices are official. Fine Credit, $340, $270, $210. Iconic Sales to $350, $230. Dear Birdie, $210 to show. Trail Exacta, $19.10. $1 try, $31.90. 20-cent try, $6.38. Upcoming fourth race in 6 minutes. Put Andy Moore on 6 Family Sports. Third race rundown, top down, 2, 3, 5, 1, 4.
Okay, can I have Ron Lumley, Julia Strevel, VJ Johnson, and James Campbell come to the 50-50 booth, please? James Campbell.
Race 3 in the books, and it seemed like Iconic Sales was going to hold on, but Fine Credit just kept digging on the outside, and that was a huge mile by him, and delivered as the favorite there for Garrett. We're on to race 4, and I went to the 4 Inkslinger. You know, the last couple of them at the par, but the times aren't that bad, and those times look good against these. Gets Garrett Rooney, who's going to try and come right back here, and he's one who's had decent luck with this one in the past, so maybe we'll be seeing a back-to-back for Garrett Rooney. And for second, went to the 1 TJ Spitfire, getting 7-1 right now, which isn't bad value at all. And maybe we'll be able to show some early speed from the inside and just toss out this one's latest, because I know he's definitely a lot better than that. And then for third, I went to the 2 Global Supremacy. And I thought last week was one of the better races we've seen from him this season. And he draws a little better post, which maybe he can show some early speed today. And I'm really liking this one's chances from the inside. And as well, maybe even the 3, Can't Count Me Out. And last 2 starts, post 7, each of them. And it's just very hard on a half-mile track, so it gets much better post today to work from. So I think those ones are the main players there. Inkslinger and TJ Spitfire and Global Supremacy right now at 9-1 is definitely worth a look. Good luck. And for those watching online right now, our YouTube page seems to be back up and running crystal clear. So right now HPI is showing the wrong feed. So if you're watching on there, please go to our YouTube page. Just go to Dresden Raceway. And I haven't checked on the Facebook one in a bit, but YouTube seems to be up and back running normal for those watching online. Here comes the field for race 4. I guess we'll be getting a look at the 2 Global Supremacy first. It'll be Damian McClellan on for Dylan Jarvis. Trainer is Jim Jarvis. The 3 is Can't Count Me Out. It'll be Johnny Hahn at the lines for owner trainer Mike Rogers. The 4 is Inkslinger. It'll be Garrett Rooney for Donald and Heather McGregor, along with Peter Core. Peter trains. Number 5, Beck Jr. It's Dan Clements at the controls for Stu McQueen. Doug Curry conditions. The 6 is Family Sports, now driven by Andy Moore from Mark Lazo. Dwayne McFadden is the conditioner. Number 7, Distinctive Sean. Tony Hamlet back on board for Ken Allward. It'll be Vic McMurrin training. And we are still waiting on the 1 TJ Spitfire, who will be driven by Scott Ray for Owner-trainer Chris Kane partners with Sheila Beds. This race features Win Play Show, exactor try wagering for the Foodland Dresden Pace. Few minutes to wager. Also, Facebook seems to be back running properly, so Facebook and YouTube both back to normal. For those watching, HPI is still not the correct one, but YouTube and Facebook are back up. So just under 2 minutes to wager. Just under 2. Have just been informed of a late judge's scratch, number 6, Family Sports. The 6 Family Sports in this upcoming fourth is a late scratch. Scratching 6 now in this upcoming race. So once again, late scratch in this fourth race of number 6, Family Sports. Scratching 6, Family Sports. Late scratch. starting car moving into position. This being your last call to wager. Gates rolling. TJ Spitfire, Global Supremacy, Can't Count Me Out, Inkslinger, Beck Jr. 6 is out. Distinctive Sean, Feel the 6. Getting set for a start. Off and racing. TJ Spitfire and Global Supremacy are bursting with speed off the wings, and TJ Spitfire up top. Pocket sitter, Global Supremacy dropping in a third. Can't Count Me Out. Getting parked in there, going Distinctive Sean. Ink Slinger closing the hole. And your early trailer is Beck Jr. as they work to the back for the first time, all chasing TJ Spitfire. And Scott Ray, Global Supremacy, sits in second. Third is Can't Count Me Out. Following fourth closely is Ink Slinger as they approach the opening panel in 29-4, courtesy of TJ Spitfire. On the engine so far, Global Supremacy sits in second. Traveling out of third is Can't Count Me Out. Racing out of fourth, now getting a peek to the outside, directed by Rooney, is Inkslinger. Beck Jr.'s fifth. And Distinctive Sean is the trailer as they work in front of us for the first time. All chasing TJ Spitfire by a length and a half. Second best, Global Supremacy. Inkslinger moving first up, but not advancing now, halfway home in a minute and 4. 31 seconds in the second quarter, and TJ Spitfire looks very comfortable on this front end mission this afternoon. He opens up by 2. Global Supremacy tries to reel that leader in a second. Can't Count Me Out. Now gets directed to the outside by Johnny Hahn. On for fourth is Beck Jr. Fifth best is Inkslinger. Distinctive Sean trails, and TJ Spitfire lets it out a notch by 3 open lengths. Global Supremacy tries to get closer now as they go by 3/4 in 1:30 and 4:30 seconds in the third panel. And getting away from them by 5 open lengths is TJ Spitfire as they come for home. It's all TJ Spitfire battling off for second. Can't Count Me Out. And with some late pace on the outside, Beck Jr. This is all TJ Spitfire. Ray is asking, and TJ Spitfire has responded. Up for second, Beck Jr. Third going to Inkslinger. Fourth was Global Supremacy. Unofficial 1, 5, 4, 2. Back down in front, the unofficial winner of race 4, number 1, TJ Spitfire, 4-year-old Brown Gelling by Sports Rider. From the mare Arizona Sealster out of Camluck, owned and trained by Chris Kane, along with Sheila Lebed. It's Chris doing the training, Scott Ray, the winning driver. TJ Spitfire winning with ease, stopping the clock in 2 minutes and 4. Congratulations. Prices are official. TJ Spitfire 690, 390, 220. Beck Jr. 990, 420. Ink Slinger 210 to show. Till exact to 8880. $1 try 73.70. 20-cent try 14.74. Upcoming fifth race in just 6 minutes. No changes. Have just been informed of another late scratch in race 10. Scratching 7, Shakin' My Peaches in the 10th and final. Scratching 7, Shakin' My Peaches is sick.
Can I have Shirley Rasicha, Roger Mills, Rob LaRiviere, and Dale Hooper to the 50-50 table, please?
Upcoming fifth race, we're switching things up. We're going to be on the trot here. And I'm aboard the 3 Woodshed. I know this is a spot play for Robert Reed Jr. And Woodshed just got beaten. Looked like he was going to go by Tony Cash last time, but just got beat for the win. And that was a big effort. Gets a better post to work with today. And for owner, trainer, driver Andy Moore, so he knows this horse well. He works with it all week. And I'm going to give a shot to him right now at 5-2. And for second, I went to the 6 Tony Cash, and this horse has been undefeated since entering the Jack Ray barn. And post 6, obviously not the best spot to work with, but it's just kind of hard to ignore this one, especially Scott Ray is going to try and come right back here. And 3 for 3 so far in the Ray barn. And for third, I went to the 5 Sunglasses a Night. I really like this one's chances. I kind of figured it'd get bet off the board as it is right now with Garrett Rooney on. That's why I kind of left it off. And how can you not like this one? Like second last time in the prospect, and there's some tough horses in some of these prospect races this year, and finished a solid second with the 5/8 oval at Sarnia. And this one did show some speed in 58-4 over 1 star over in London, which is kind of a similar track to this one, so that's definitely worth factoring. And this seems to be a really nice 3-year-old son of Muscle Up the Goal, and definitely will not be out of contention here today. And I also threw in the 8 Rivers at Home. Tough trip, got stung pretty hard in that latest start, and still finished third, getting Dan Clements on board. But I'm going, main players are Woodshed, Tony Cash, and Sunglasses Night. Good luck with your selections. Fourth race rundown, top down, 1-4, 5, 3-2 scratch, 6. Here we go, fifth race, Trotters. Now on the racetrack, led by the 1, Satin Pajamas, owned, trained, and driven by Jeff O'Brien, partners with Eldon and Carol Wellover, along with Pamela Baum. The 2 is Best Wishes Only. It's Jonathan Hahn on board for owner trainer Michael Neff. Number 3 is Woodshed. It is owned, trained, and driven by Andy Moore. The 4 is Kill Martin Dreamer, owned by Betty McKinnon, Ashley Duford Training, Dennis Duford Up. The 6 is the 5, make that Tony Sunglasses at Night, number 5, owned by Jeff, Chase, and Jennifer Graham, Jeff Training. It'll be Garrett Rooney at the lines. Now number 6, just getting ahead of myself for a second, lost track. Here we go, number 6, Tony Cash. It'll be Scott Ray for Sam Stoll, Jack Ray Training. And the 7 is Chase and Jaden. Is owned and trained by Jeff O'Brien, sharing ownership with Eldon and Carol Wetlofer, along with Pamela Baum. It'll be Elfie Carroll on the drive. Welcome back to Dresden, Elfie. And rounding out the field, number 8, Rivers at Home, with Dan Clements at the controls for Michael LaRiviere, along with Dwayne McFadden Training. Full field of 8 for the Boston Pizza Chatham Trot. This race features Win Play Show, Exact Your Try, along with Superfecta Wagering. 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes. Please be aware we do have a loose horse on the track, so drivers, please keep a heads up. Anyone along the fence, please keep a heads up. We do have a loose horse on the racetrack. Everyone, please have a heads up. We have a loose horse going around the track, so everyone along the fence, please keep an eye. Everyone can please keep an eye for the loose horse along the fence. Please know we do have a late scratch in this upcoming 5th race. Take out the 2 best wishes only, who is the loose horse, but Jonathan Hahn is back, is on his feet. And it looks like the loose horse is caught. It's a great job by everyone in the backstretch. So again, the 2 best wishes only is scratched. Well, he pretty much already won his race. But he is caught. Jonathan Hahn's on his feet. So the late scratch of 2 who will be removed in a few moments. There we go, off the board. So let's get everything straightened away, and then we're going forward. We'll be getting set to go in a moment, just waiting for a couple to return back to the racetrack. All trotters pretty much back on the racetracks will be set to go in a few moments. Favorite status, even money favorite status on 5 Sunglasses at Night. Strong second in a prospect race last week at Sarnia. Gets the services of Garrett Rooney. And it's post time as the starting car has moved into position. Last call to wager. Trotters in behind the gate. Satin Pajamas. Best wishes only. Woodshed. Kilmartin Dreamer. Sunglasses at Night. Tony Cash. Chase and Jaden. Rivers at home in the back tier. Scratched to a field of 7 with the late scratch of 2. Off stride the 6. Tony Cash on the run. Off and trotting, leaving sharply Satin Pajamas, and Woodshed's going to blast some early speed to the inside of Rivers at home. Satin Pajamas using that rail advantage, but Woodshed is going to have to work for the lead now. And here is Woodshed up the grab control for Andy Moore on hold in second. Satin Pajamas getting away in third from the back tier spot. Rivers at home, another 3 lengths back to Kilmartin Dreamer. 5th best away for Chase and Jaden. That comes ahead of Sunglasses at Night. And regrouping after the early miscue is Tony Cash. As they work past the opening panel, and 29-2, brought to you by Woodshed, who continues to set the fractions up top. Pocket sitter continues to be Satin Pajamas. Racing from third is Rivers at home, and a gapped off 4th for Kilmartin Dreamer, and that comes ahead of Chase and Jaden. Sunglasses at Night, and Tony Cash is your trailer as the Trotters work in front of us now, all chasing down Woodshed. He's trying to go all the way. Satin Pajamas continues to race along in second. Rivers at home third. 4th is Kilmartin Dreamer. Halfway home in a minute and 2. 31 seconds in the second quarter. All trying to take down Woodshed. He looks very comfortable on this front end mission. Right there in second, Satin Pajamas. Rivers at home is third, underway and trotting up a storm. Here comes Sunglasses at Night, third, 4th, second now on the outside. Here comes Sunglasses at Night to take on Woodshed up top as they work to the 3/4. Woodshed and Sunglasses at Night continues to press along. Right there in third, Satin Pajamas on for 4th now is Chase and Jade. 3/4 is 131-3. Woodshed has company, and company's name is Sunglasses at Night. He's coming right along on the outside. Woodshed, Sunglasses at Night keeps on coming. Woodshed tries to battle back to the inside, and Woodshed will win it. Sunglasses at Night second, third goes to Satin Pajamas. 4th was Chase and Jade. Woodshed wire to wire to a 1-3. Unofficial 3517. Returning down in front, the unofficial win number 3, Woodshed, a 4 brown horse by Prestige. Alligator out of Woodwork from Pine Chip, owned, trained, and driven by Andy Moore. Woodshed scores in his 3rd this season, stopping the clock in 2:01 and 3, driving double for Andy this afternoon. Woodshed, wire to wire. Congratulations. Woodshed pays $5.50, $2.70, and $2.40. Sunglasses a night, $2.80, $2.30. Satin pajamas, $4.30 to show. Till exact, $11.70. $1 try, $48.20. 20-cent try, paying $9.64. And a $1 super, paying $221.45. And the 20-cent super, $44.29. Upcoming 6th race, field of 5. No changes, goes postward in roughly 6 minutes. 20-cent pick 5 pays $479.63. Fifth race rundown. Top down, 3 scratch, 1 6, 2 7, 4 5. upcoming sixth race as we enter the back half of this Sunday card. And I'm going to go to the one generally. He gets his fourth rail in a row. And, he's taking advantage of these, and he's raced good. His last three, he's had 2 seconds. The last time was a win, and that was pointed to the lead by Dwayne Spitzig. So I think he'll be showing some early speed from the rail again today. And, looked very comfortable, like 57-4. That was a big mile for him last week, and I think he'll look to go back-to-back here. And generally looking for his third on the scene. Very possible this afternoon with the rail. For a second, I went to the 3. Don't doubt the Lakers. First start in 2 weeks, and it was a decent third in there. And I think he'll be a part of this race, especially a 5-horse field. He does have a little bit of early speed to use, so I certainly don't think he's out of place by any means, and gets post 3 to work with where he should be comfortable. And for third, I went to the 4. Nassau Hanover made a break last time, but before that was a winner at 57 flat over the 5/8 solo of Georgian Downs, and gets Garrett Rooney in the sulky today. And like I said, that's always an advantage to have. And Nassau Hanover, this 4-year-old son of sports writer, should be a part of this race in some fashion. And lastly, we'll touch on the 2 full race cam. Looks very good in that win last week. The only concern does jump up in class a little bit today, but you're getting huge value on this one right now. And Andy Moore is already in the winner's circle twice today, so definitely one to consider in there. But for me, I'm going to go to the 1 General League. Good luck with your selections. They'll be on the track post-parading in a few minutes' time.
Can I have Steve Sage, Dan Bastian, and Scott Blair to the 50-50 table?
Now stepping out for a 6th race post-parade, led by the 1, General Lee. Is owned by Kevin Skilton. Dwayne Spissig trains and drives. Andy Moore will pilot the 2 full race cam for owner-trainer Bill Kirkpatrick, sharing the ownership with Pam Loomis. 3 is Don't Doubt the Lakers, owned and trained by Stu McQueen. Dan Clements aboard. The 4 is Nassau Hanover, getting Garrett Rooney at the lines for Bert and Betty Sherman, along with Jason Sherman. Jason training. Rounding out the field, the 5, Internal Ruler, gets Scott Ray. This week for Diane Sylvester, Dwayne May is the conditioner. Field of 5 for the McKellers, Flowers, and Gifts Pace, featuring Win Play Show, Exact or Try Wagering. Two-minute warning. Just 2. Just about a minute left. Still time. Starting car in position. Last call of wager. Gates moving from the Kellers, Flowers, and Gifts pace. Generally, full race cam. Don't doubt the Lakers. Nassau, Hanover, internal ruler is furthest out. Field of 5. It's post time. Pacers set for a start. Off and pacing. General Lee guns out from the rail. Also a full race cam gets a good beginning. Don't doubt the Lakers. And Nassau Hanover now as they work to the first turn. General Lee's going to put 2 lengths on him here for Spitzig. Full race cam with the pocket journey in second. Sliding in the third was Don't Doubt the Lakers, followed by Nassau Hanover, an internal ruler can see them all. As they approach the opening quarter under shrug holds now is General Lee right there in second. Full race cam traveling out of third. Don't doubt the Lakers. Fourth best away is Nassau Hanover, quarter pole bound in 29 and 3, courtesy of General Lee, who continues to be your pace setter. Right there in second. Full race cam. Off the speed in third is Don't Doubt the Lakers. Back markers continue to be Nassau Hanover, and internal ruler can see them all at the back of the bus. It's General Lee still up top and doing things well. Full race cam sits second. Racing position in third. Don't doubt the Lakers halfway home in 59 and 3, 30 seconds of the second quarter. It's still General Lee up top, showing the way, paving the path. Full race cam second underway. Here comes Nassau Hanover, directed to the outside by Rooney. Don't doubt the Lakers is fourth, and your trailer moving out. Internal ruler, it's General Lee under serious attack. Now on the outside from Nassau Hanover as they match strides, now approaching the 3 quarters, and Nassau Hanover puts ahead in front. General Lee tries to battle with full race cam as third. 3 quarters is reached in 1:29 and 2, and Nassau Hanover puts a half a length in front as they sprint for home. Nassau Hanover, General Lee continues to battle back to the inside. They're duking it out. General Lee's coming back. Nassau Hanover on the outside, and General Lee found more to win it. Second, Nassau Hanover third. Internal ruler, Don't Doubt the Lakers is fourth. General Lee found more in the tank to win it in 1:58 and 2. Returning trackside, the 1, General Lee. He's an 8-year-old brown gelding by Sports Writer. Out of the mare, Blinker Hanover from No Pan Intended, owned by Kevin Skilton. Trained and driven by Dwayne Spitzig. General Lee, his second win in a row, and gets it done today in 1:58-1 in wire-to-wire fashion. Congratulations. Prices are official. General Lee, $370, $260, $250. NASA Hanover, $240, $290. And Turner Ruler, $410 to show. Till exact to $10.40. $1 try, $42.85. And the 20-cent try, $8.57. Up next, race 7, no changes. And that does begin the pick 4.
Can I have Jane Johnson, Doug Madel, and Alice Vermeer to the 50-50 table, please? Last call for 50-50 tickets. Last call for 50-50 tickets.
Upcoming 7th race on the pace. Once again, full field of 8. And See the Delight seems like the best option here. You know, that was a good mile from her last week. Parked pretty much every step of the way from the 7-hole. And finished a strong third at this level in 2 minutes to 1. And it kind of seems like a bit of an easier spot to me. And you got to think that Dawn is going to be leaving out from the rail here today. And See the Delight will be showing plenty of early speed in here, but maybe there's one to upset. I kind of threw in a bit of a value play there. Time to Imagine, and just post 9 at Georgian last time. That's way on the outside there, so that's a tough journey. And it was a strong third the week before at Clinton, and post 6 always not the best spot to work with, but this is more of a soft spot. and maybe even the 4 on Impulse. She was a decent fifth last time, but gets some class relief here today, and Payson's 59 and 2, which doesn't look bad against this group. And maybe even she's the gunslinger. Last week was her first off for 3 weeks, so maybe need that tightener, and could be a lot better this time around. But one that I didn't pick that kind of is catching my eye now is the 3 Come On Sun, and now getting Dan Clements on board here, and you know what? She hasn't put up horrible efforts and had a third 2 back, and I think Dan Clement should be a really good fit on her, and you're getting 10-1 value right now, but I am going to stick with the 1, See the Light. So there'll be a post break in a few minutes, and we'll also get a look at Robert Reed Jr.'s ticket in a few moments. Good luck. Now getting a look at Robert Reed Jr.'s ticket. 20-cent ticket will cost you $7.20. In this opening leg, he's going to use a single of the 1, See the Light, and the public's all aboard this one. Strong third in her latest, like I said, parked pretty much every step of the way and still finished a solid third. In the second leg, he went 3 deep, using Big Mock. Equipment issues in his latest, not his fault, but this horse has got wicked early speed. Getting Garrett Rooney in the rail should set up for a nice early speed duel here. And number 2, William Ross. 10th in that last start at Mohawk, but still pace 51 and 3. So, you know what, kind of crazy in your pace in 51 and 3 and finish 10th, but you look 2 back, and he was the easy winner here with 57 flat. So race good over this track. He's gonna be one to watch for. And of course, the 6 Kenny Joe just got beaten. It looked like he was gonna go by last time, but I'm gonna use him to bounce back again. Into race 9, Robert went 3 deep again using Daylon Midnight. Great confidence booster in that latest start, and Garrett Rooney had a couple options, and he did opt to go to this one. And then the 4 Hot Fudge Sunday just got net for the win last time over Sarnia, getting Elfie Carroll back on board. And you think Hot Fudge Sunday should be a part of this race. And number 8, Eyes of Justice, getting Dan Clements today. It hasn't had much luck drawing up a good post the last couple of outings, but he's definitely within the equation here. And in the 10th and final, kind of changed up a bit with a few scratches in here at the 2 out, but meaning 3 deep with Kevin Day and Fraudsters. So Strange, who I think is going to be much better here today. And the 6 Scottish Cheddar. So there's a look at Robert Reed Jr.'s early pick 4 ticket. Here comes the fillies and mares for the 7th race. Led by the 1, See the Delight, is owned, trained, and driven by Donnie Rankin Jr. The 2 is Rose 1 Vigilant, getting Tony Hamlin at the controls for owner trainer Mike Hamlin. Come On Son, the 3 getting Dan Clements this week for owner trainer Gary Freer. Tom Bain owning and training 4. On impulse, he assigns Damian McClellan to the bike. The 5 is She's a Gunslinger. It'll be Jonathan Hahn back on board for Kathy Goodrow. Jim Napper, Kathy trains. The 6 is Time to Imagine. Owned, trained, and driven by Braden Reibling. The 7 is Blissful Anne Marie. For Steve Gerard, Jim Napper, conditioner Kathy Goodrow, Scott Rea. And rounding out the field is the 8, Kinder Grace. Owned by Leanne Davidson. Darrell Laver is the trainer and the driver. Full field of 8 for the Domino's Pizza Wallaceburg Pace. This race features Win Place Show, Exact or Try, Pick 4. Wagering gets underway.
The ticket for the 50-50 is 429-4430. 429-4430.
Just under 2 minutes left to wager as we kick off our pick 4 wager here. 1-5 favorite continues to be the 1, See the Light, who's the best bet for myself, along with Robert Reed Jr. So See the Light continues to get the heavy action right now. Decent value on the board right now. 5, She's a Gunslinger, 9-1, 8-1 on 3. Come On Son, 9-1 on 4 on impulse. But See the Light definitely looks like the one to beat here today. So just over a minute until we kick off this pick 4. That pool will continue to grow. Just under a minute. Still time. We'd have to hurry as we kick off our pick 4 in a few moments. Starting car, moving into position. Last call to wager. Gates moving for the Domino's Pizza Wallaceburg pace. See the delight. Rose run vigilant. Come on son. On impulse. She's the gunslinger. Time to imagine. For the Stout Blissful Anne Marie in the back tier spot is Kinder Grace. It's post time. Starting car. Getting set for a start. They're off and pacing. Time to imagine and see the delight. No surprise. Will gun out from the rail and see the delight to show the way. Looking to drop into second is Time to Imagine, but Laver says no as See the Delight shows the way. Right there in second is Kinder Grace. Left out Time to Imagine. Come on Son is third. Fourth now looking to drop into there is Time to Imagine. Fifth best away for Rose Run Vigilant. Followed by On Impulse. Then fifth best away is She's a Gunslinger. Blissful Anne Marie trails now as they work past the opening panel in a sharp 28-3 for the People's Choice. See the Delight and Rankin cutting out the fractions here. Kinder Grace gets a perfect pocket journey in second. Traveling at a third to the inside is Come On Son. Time to Imagine is fourth. Right lined out of fifth. Here comes Rose Run Vigilant to get underway for Hamlin. On Impulse stays in. She's a Gunslinger also got a peek to the outside. Blissful Anne Marie trails the field. Halfway home in 59 seconds flat. See the Delight is still the one to take down right on the wheel of the leaders. Come On Son, who continues to press along. Kinder Grace tries to stay with. Now getting a peek to the outside. Here comes Time to Imagine for Reibling. Now advancing on the outside. On Impulse trying to go between horses. Way out wide is Rose Run Vigilant. Then it's She's a Gunslinger. Blissful Anne Marie. See the Delight continues to let it out a notch by 2 lengths as they approach the 3/4 marker station. See the Delight. Come On Son is second, third on the outside. Time to Imagine 128.4 to the 3/4, and See the Delight continues to get every call. Battling on for the place spot is Come On Son and Time to Imagine, and way out wide here comes On Impulse flying up on the outside, and so is Rose Run Vigilant, but See the Delight just too much pony. Time to Imagine second. On Impulse third. Come On Son fourth. See the Delight. Wire to wire. Returning down in front, the unofficial winner of race 7. Getting ahead of myself there. So the winner of race 7, number 1, See the Delight. She's a 6-year-old brown daughter by Better's Delight from the mare CULA, out of Art Major, owned, trained, and driven by Donnie Rankin Jr. See the Delight, just as advertised, stops the clock in 1:59 3. Congratulations. Prices are official. See the Delight, 270, 310, 240. Time to Imagine, 560, 420. On Impulse, 380 to show. The $2 Exactor, 1/6 pays, 1760. And a $1 try, 3110. 20-cent try, 622. Upcoming 8th race in 6 minutes. No changes to report.
Can I have Dave Wilmot, Stephanie Gilmore, Derek Gore, Kathleen Dawes? Oh, Deans. Kathleen Deans.
Seventh race, rundown, See the Delight first, Rose Run Vigilant 6th. Come On Sun 4th. On Impulse 3rd. She's a Gunslinger was 5th. Time to Imagine 2nd. Blissful Anne Marie 7th. And Kinder Grace was 8th. Upcoming 8th race, our co-featured event of the afternoon, and knock on wood, I picked the last couple races. It's been going good, so hopefully that continues to trend in the right direction. And race 8, and you can't get a better looking preferred pace than this, and this is wide open, and I think all 8 are in with a shot here. And I went to the 6 Kenny Joe, just got beat last time for the win, but this is a classy son of shadow play. And you can never count him out. Getting Dan Clements back on board, second choice at 8-5 right now, and he can come off the pace, and that's why I wasn't concerned about post 6. And for second, went to the 1 Big Mock. So you know what, equipment issues in his latest, why he had to pull up, so something that's out of his control, so it's forgiving in that situation. But Big Mock, you got it. This horse has got lots of power off the wings, and you look at most of his recent starts, and pretty much all of them, he's on the lead at the quarter. So you got to think with Garrett Rooney, one of our best drivers here on the rail, that this one's going to be pointed at the front, and 5-1 right now, I believe. So that probably won't last long. And for third, I went to the 2 William Ross, and it was a huge winner two-back, and there was no catching him. And that's one of the best I've seen him in a long time, and winning at 57 flat. getting Scott Ray in the sulky today, and even last time. So you finishing 10th at Mohawk in 51-3 is definitely nothing to be ashamed of, and it's crazy how fast they've been going there now. But William Ross, I love him in the spot, and the public does at 3-2. And even Woodmere Roland Pop, second in his latest start at Sarnia, looked very good. He's worth a shot. Ray's in a rocket. It's been racing exceptionally well lately for trainer driver Rob Doyle, who's had a good start to the season here at Dresden. So you know what, it's a pretty wide open event here. So good luck with your selections for our co-featured event of the afternoon. Here comes the preferred three Pacers, now out for a post parade led by the one Big Mock. It'll be Garrett Rooney on board for owner trainer George Robinson. The two is William Ross with Scott Ray at the lines for Robert Watson. The trainer is Mike Rogers. Number 3, Rays and a Rocket. It'll be Rob Doyle training and driving for Dan Mead. Rick Edwards owning and training for Cranky's Boy with Andy Moore at the controls. Number 5, Faithful's Nola with Elfie Carroll this week for owner-trainer Ernest Nuzio. Kevin Gillis owns and trains 6, County Joe with Dan Clements up. Number 7 is Woodmere Roland Pop, owned and trained by William Leon. with Damien McClellan and Lasalki. Rounding out the field, the 8, Real Wicked. It's Jonathan Hahn for Gary Anderson. Mart West Racing Stable along with Sean Downey and Dave Simpson. Michelle Sherman conditions. Full field of 8, preferred 3 pacers for the Subway Dresden Pace featuring Win Play Show. Exact or try wagering is available. There's a look at the 3 now. Good luck. Two-minute warning. Just 2 minutes left to get involved. Under a minute. Little time remains left to wager. Starting car moves into position. Last call. Gates moving. Preferred pace. Big Mock. William Ross. Raising a Rocket. Cranky's Boy. Faithful's Nola. Kenny Joe. Woodmere Rollin' Pop. Back tier spot belongs to Real Wicked. It's post time. They're off and pacing. Big Mock is going to flash some early speed. Cranky's Boy from the center of the gate, and William Ross has a burst for the first turn. Big Mock up top. Cranky's Boy drops into the 2-hole. William Ross sliding into third, off the speed fourth. It's Real Wicked that comes ahead of Raising a Rocket. 6 best away, Faithful's Nola. That comes ahead of Kenny Joe and Woodmere Rollin' Pop as the Pacers make their way into the back for the first time, all chasing the pace setter. Big Mock and Garrett Rooney, second best to the inside. Cranky's Boy off the speed third. William Ross on by the opening quarter. 28-3, courtesy of Big Mock, who continues to show the way. Second best to the inside is Cranky's Boy. William Ross now directed to the outside for Ray. Real Wicked getting underway, and so is Kenny Joe. And Big Mock continues to show the way. Cranky's Boy, William Ross first up on the outside. Second for toe up into fourth is Kenny Joe. Saving ground fifth is Real Wicked. And underway sixth, Woodmere Rollin' Pop. Seventh to the inside, Raising a Rocket. Faithful's Nola trails the field halfway home in 59 seconds flat. Bit of a breather there for Big Mock, who continues to go forward here. Cranky's Boy getting a great pocket journey in second. William Ross trying to make something happen third on the outside. Locked in fourth is Real Wicked. Kenny Joe still with a lot of work to do out of fifth. Coming to the inside, Raising a Rocket. Then Woodmere Roll and Pop and Faithful's Nola. 3/4, 128 flat. Third panel, 29 seconds. The pace begins to quicken now as Big Mock still leads the way. Here comes Kenny Joe starting up his engine on the outside as they come for home. Big Mock, Kenny Joe, steam rolling up on the outside for Clements. Kenny Joe, Big Mock, and how about Cranky's Boy finding room to the inside. Very tight. All three of them at the line together. Will be a picture, 157-3. In the photo, it goes to 1, Big Mock. Big Mock winning it. Kenny Joe second. Cranky's Boy third. And William Ross was fourth. Returning down in front, Big Mock, a winning caretaker. Eddie Durbridge, Big Mock is a 10-year-old brown gelding by Mach 3. from the mare Outback Girl from LSU. Owned and trained by George Robinson of Windsor. Driven to victory by Garrett Rooney. Big Mock gets the job done today in 157-2. Congratulations. Prices are official. Big Mock 440, 320, 230. Kenny Joe 250, 210. Cranky's Boy 280 to show. $2 exacta, $12.50. $1 try, $35.45. The 20-cent try, $7.09. Upcoming 9th race trotters postward in 6 minutes time.
Once she announces the names. Okay. Can I have Tina Davis, Marg Blair, Pat Mills, and Sarah Ryan to the 50-50 table, please?
Eighth race rundown. Big Mock, the race winner. William Ross, 4th. Raising a Rocket, 6th. Cranky's Boy, 3rd. Faithful as Nola, 7th. Kenny Joe, 2nd. Woodmere Rollin' Pop, 8th. And Real Wicked was 5th. Upcoming 9th race, and we saw quite a bit of action there in the 8th race for the preferred pace, and Big Mock just holding on, and I opted not to try to call that photo because was that ever tight, and just holding on there was Big Mock. But an exciting race there. On to the 9th race, we got the preferred 3 for the trotters, and I went to the 3 Daylon Midnight. I think Garrett Rooney is going to come right back in here, and Daylon Midnight. What a great confidence booster for this 5-year-old son of Royalty for Life last time. I know it was a level or 2 below this, but you know, a horse like this gets a win and just feels a lot more confident in themselves, and you getting a driver like Garrett, I think this one's going to be in a good spot here. It will be tough. And of the 4, Hot Fudge Sunday just got beat for the win last time. This is one that probably bore the early speed in the race, in my opinion, and Hot Fudge Sunday, he'll be looking for his 2nd win of the season. And I also use the 8 Eyes of Justice. 2 tough posts, 8-hole, 2 times in a row at Georgian. Definitely not a great spot to start from, so I think he's going to be looking for a much better spot today and getting Dan Clements in the sulky. And maybe on the end of it, telling the story 25-1. And this one made a rare break last time. But you look at 3-back, was an easy winner on opening day, so maybe we could see that same kind of telling the story again. And another one to use on the end here. How about Duke Dale from the rail at huge odds right now? And this one can show plenty of early speed, so I wouldn't be surprised if Duke Dale is somewhere up there. But for me, I'm sticking to 3 Daylon Midnight. Good luck. Here comes the 9th race trotters. They'll trot 1 mile for a purse of $5,000. Led by the 1, Duke Dale. It'll be Tony Hamlin for owner-trainer Michael Hamlin. The 2 is Junior. Owned and driven by Dennis Duford, trained by his daughter, Ashley Duford. Daylon Midnight, the 3 with Garrett Rooney at the controls for David Lemon, along with Gordon Yo. Jen Pinkerton does the training. Number 4 is Hot Fudge Sunday with Elfie Carroll in the sulky for owner-trainer Angie Carroll, along with Mary Carroll. The 5 is AJ Titan. It'll be Mike Hamlin owning, training, and driving. Number 6, I Am What I Am, getting Damian McClellan on for Patricia Gibb. Joe Shaw trains. The other Joe Shaw trainee, the 7, Telling the Story, with Scott Ray on for owner Patricia Gibb. And running out the field, the 8, Eyes of Justice. It'll be Dan Clements at the lines for owner trainer Jason Sherman. Full field of 8 for the Gold Coast Fashion Trot. Win, play, show, exactor try, along with late double wagering. We'll do some claiming action in this afternoon's 10th race. Single claim for 1, Kevin Dan Fraudster. So in the 10th race, single claim on 1, Kevin Dan Fraudsters in race 10. Two-minute warning. Just 2 minutes left to play. Starting car moving into position. This is your last call. Preferred 3 trotters in behind the gate for the Gold Coast Fashion Trot. Duke Deo, Junior, Daylon Midnight, Hot Fudge Sunday, AJ Titan, I Am What I Am. Telling the story in the second tier, Eyes of Justice. Off stride, D7 telling the story. Off and trotting, Hot Fudge Sunday, flashing early speed. So is Junior, and to the inside, Duke Deo. 3 of them gunning for the lead in a Hot Fudge Sunday. Up to assume control now for Carroll. Pocketing up in second is Duke Deo. Getting situated in a third is Junior. That comes ahead of Eyes of Justice. Then AJ Titan. You have to see the pylons battling on for the 6th place spot. To the inside is Daylon Midnight. And I Am What I Am. And out of this one is telling the story. Hot Fudge Sunday's got him past the opening quarter in 29 seconds flat. Second best is Duke Dale. Long way on the outside for AJ Titan. Fourth staying as Junior. And underway comes I Am What I Am. And saving ground 6 to the inside is Eyes of Justice. Daylon Midnight direct to the outside for Rooney. And way out of this one after the early miscue is telling the story. And Hot Fudge Sunday is getting away by them with 3 open lengths. Battling on for second is Duke Deo, and AJ Titan Jr. is fourth, halfway home in 59-2. 30-2 in the second quarter, and it's still Hot Fudge Sunday. Very comfortable on this front admission. Carroll seems to got a good hold on that one. Trying to braven up in second is Duke Deo. Traveling out of third is Junior. Eyes of Justice has now found room in fourth. And here comes Clements and Eyes of Justice. Fifth is I Am What I Am. Daylon Midnight yet to be heard from as they cruise to 3/4. And Hot Fudge Sunday is still there by a length and a half. 3/4, 129-3. Hot Fudge Sunday continues to get every single call. But here comes Eyes of Justice turning up the heat right here, right now as they swing for home. And Hot Fudge Sunday still there, but Eyes of Justice keeps on coming. And Daylon Midnight out for third, but Hot Fudge Sunday will win this one under wraps. Eyes of Justice second, third going to Daylon Midnight, fourth for Duke Deo.
Yeah, well, that's your last race.
Well, we have to.
Unofficial 4-8-3-1.
Okay, so we have to. The end of the night. I'm all confused. Come on, Charlotte. Charlotte. Claire. You can call her Claire. Claire. That's a Colette. Name. I like that. Colette. Claire. Yeah.
back down in front. Hot Fudge Sunday gets it done on a Sunday. He's a 6-year-old brown gelding by Cadabra from Sunday on Sunday from Chocolatier. Owned and trained by Angie Carroll, sharing ownership with Mary Carroll. Elfie Carroll in the bike. Welcome back to Dresden, Elfie. And Hot Fudge Sunday wins this one in wire to wire. Never looked back. Hot Fudge Sunday 420, 330, 210. Eyes of Justice 310, 210. Daylight Midnight 210 to show. 2 legs active 1380, $1 try, $11.35. The 20-cent try, paying $227. Upcoming 10th race. Single claim on 1, Kevin Dan Fraudsters. Scratching 2, Mo Better, and scratching 7, Shaking My Peaches.
Can I have Mike Faubert, Ed Schnickenberger, Emma McMurphy, and Dustin Ryan to the 50-50 table. Also, half-price hot dogs, hamburgers, and sausages at the concession stand.
Race 9 rundown, top down, 4, 5, 3, 1, 7, 6, 8, 2. Tenth and final up next, and we are scratched down to a field of 6 here, and it's definitely an interesting race. So with the scratch of 2, that makes my top choice number 5 So Strange. And you've seen Garrett Rooney and George Robinson, they already teamed up earlier 2 races ago with Big Mock, and you know that duo is always dangerous here at Dresden Raceway. It does move in a bit with the scratch, and this is one that was a winner 3 back over Flamboyant 55 and 2. Looks like it's around the half-mile tracks with no problems at all. So strange. This 4-year-old son of Custer the Dragon in search of his 5th win this season. And for second, I went to the 1, Kevin Dan Fraudster. So single claim entered with the rail position. So you got to think this one is going to be put in play here from the rail position. The public certainly thinks so now as the heavy favorite right now. And then for third, I went to the 8, Excalibur Sealster. First start for the new barn today. We'll follow out some speed. And Excalibur Sealster, 11-1 right now. And I was expecting kind of more like around the 7-1, 8-1 range. But 12-1 now is definitely a very nice price. Excalibur Sealster. You think back last time, second in 57-4. And he's definitely not out of the mix in this race. And another one to throw in there, even Scottish Cheddar. She gets a bit of class relief here. And she's a mare that's raced okay here before. So Scottish Cheddar. And right now at 15-1. That's definitely a very good price here on Scottish Cheddar this afternoon. And maybe even Sweetest Hustle to be next. To me, this is a wide open event. So we'll be praying in a few minutes. Good luck with your selections. Here comes the 10th race Pacers now stepping on the racetrack. The 1 is Kevin Dan Fraudster, the single claim enter. It'll be Scott Ray on for Jim Napper, trainer Kathy Goodrow. The 2 is out. Paparazzi Hanover 3 with Donnie Rankin Jr. At the lines for Kim Carther. The conditioner is Mike Carther. Number 4, Sweetest Hustle with Dan Clements. At the lines for Daryl Curry, trainer Doug Curry. Number 5, So Strange. Owned and trained by George Robinson. It'll be Garrett Rooney aboard. Scottish Cheddar, the 6, for trainer driver Rob Doyle, the owner Dan Mead. 7 is out. Rounding out the field, the 8 Excalibur Sealster is owned and trained by BJ Leon. His pilot is Damian McClellan. Scratch down a field of 6 for the Mario's Pizza Plus Pace, Win, Play, Show, Exact or Try, along with Superfecta Wagering. Two-minute warning. Just 2 minutes left. Just under a minute remaining. Still time. Starting car in position. Last call to wager. Our Sunday finale. We'll do it all again next Sunday On July 2nd, we'll celebrate Canada Day. A day late, but should be another great day of racing next Sunday, 1 p.m. Don't forget, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Gates moving. Kevin Dan Fraudsters, Paparazzi Hanover, Sweetest Hustle, So Strange, Scottish Cheddar. In the back tier, Excalibur Sealster. It's post time. Set for a start. They're off and pacing. And Kevin Dan Fraudster is gunning for the lead, as is Paparazzi Hanover now. And Kevin Dan Fraudster is to assume the top spot. Paparazzi Hanover drops in second. Third away to the inside is Sweetest Hustle, followed by Excalibur Sealster. Back markers are to the inside So Strange and Scottish Cheddar. And up top, your pace setter is Kevin Dan Fraudsters and Scott Ray. Second best to the inside is Paparazzi Hanover. Off the speed third is Sweetest Hustle. Tracking from fourth is Excalibur Sealster. That comes ahead of So Strange, Scottish Cheddar. 29-3 was the opening panel, and Kevin Dan Fraudsters continues to show the way. Paparazzi Hanover is second. Racing close in third is Sweetest Hustle. And another 2 lengths back to Excalibur Sealster. And that one comes ahead of So Strange and Scottish Cheddar. And Kevin Dan Fraudsters continues to show the way. Paparazzi Hanover and underway. Here comes Excalibur Sealster staying in with Sweetest Hustle. So Strange also gets in the mix halfway home in 59-2 up top. And doing things well is Kevin Dan Fraudsters. Paparazzi Hanover sits second, underway first up. And continuing to gain ground is Excalibur Sealster. Third is Sweetest Hustle, and up on the outside So Strange, Scottish Cheddar trails, and Kevin Dan Fraudsters lets out a notch for the Razor and continues to open up 2 lengths. Paparazzi Hanover sits second. Sweetest Hustle is third. Backing through them was Excalibur Sealster, 3/4 in 1, 28-2, 30 seconds in the third panel, and Kevin Dan Fraudsters is getting away on them here as he opens up by 3 lengths on for second. Here comes Sweetest Hustle for Clements. Paparazzi Hanover tries to battle back, but you can turn the page because this one is over, and Kevin Dan Fraudsters wins it. Sweetest Hustle second, third Paparazzi Hanover. So Strange on for fourth. Kevin Dan Fraudsters finishes things off here at Ontario's Little Saratoga in 1:57 flat. Goes 1 for 1 in the Goodrow stable. Unofficial 1-4-3-5. Back down in front, Kevin Dan Fraudsters, 7-year-old Brown Gutling by Better Than Cheddar. From the mare, Jet Newton out of Jeremy's Jet owned by Jim Napper. Trainer Kathy Goodrow, Scott Ray in the bike, driving double for Scott this afternoon. Kevin Dan Fraudsters in his third this season, winning in 1:57 flat. Congratulations. Kevin Ann Fraudsters 250, 240, 220. Sweetest Hustle 310, 250. Paparazzi Hanover 530 to show, $2 exactor 29.20. $1 try $54.45. And the 20-cent try $10.89. The $1 super paying 100. Get back to that in a moment. The $2 daily double $11.30. $1 pick 4 $22.90. And the 20-cent pick 4 4 to 4 paying $4.58. And the $1 super $128.75. And the 20 center $25.75. And we did have a claim, the one Kevin Dan Fraudsters single claim for the price of $8,500 going to owner trainer Doug Curry. Well, that wraps up racing action for this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for your patience. Some of our technical difficulties in the first couple of races, but thank you to all our fans. We'll be back in action next Sunday, 1 p.m. to celebrate Canada Day. Thank you, and we'll see you then.